Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
I want to take that matchup in. He's played against a Corki before, and in the LPL, something a bit more ambitious through mid-jungle.
Let's go!
Cream debuts his Akali. We have seen him on standard stuff so far on his favorites. We have not seen a melee assassin come out of him.
The turret there, you can see it in the picture-in-picture, which is just denying 369 any chance of actually getting up to the tower. So he's definitely going to lose all of this experience to the turret, whereas Keen at least is getting some experience by sharing in the mid lane. Again, it will actually give Cream, as you can see, the purple bars underneath the portraits, a little bit of an experience lead. Cream just hitting level 4, and a lot of that coming off of the shared experience that has been done between Keen and Joe.
But the level 2 Vayne that we talked about is coming in. They're winning the fight already. Gen.G got the damage down on 369 as he gets flashed on. In comes Keen to save for the first blood. The rotation, massive in Gen.G behind the turret, push TES back.
This is where the experience sharing comes up huge with the teleport to come in.
Okay, we're doing it round 2. Tien gets fluid in, false sense of confidence. Getting chased down at level 6, pays with another. The spears stack up and Gen.G are playing with their heads.
Massive mistake from top Esports. You just don't have
He's
the numbers
still level
advantage. 1. And you can see they're going to dive again.
Do it again, more blood in the field. Just give it all to Pays. This one to be traded, but Keen dies to a turret. No response kill for TES and a 2k gold lead at 4 minutes in the game.
Honestly, win for Keen. He just gets a quicker reset, and now will be able to move up towards top side if he really wants to. Wasn't going to be able to get too much on the bot side, but top Esports, they tried to take that 1.1k gold lead he has and turn it up against JackeyLove, and you needed this Raven to get rolling. You needed Cream to get going, but at the moment, top Esports are massively behind.
And because of the fortification as well, it's not like JackeyLove just walks away with so many plates. He only got one. The second one doesn't actually fall down in the end either, so... But Gen.G right before Dragon spawns in 5 seconds.
Big thing here is that it is a Cloud as well as a Chemtech, meaning that outside of Ocean, all the remaining Drakes, Mega have I love Cloud Soul as oh!
Oh, JackeyLove caught on out, season assist, package time at great as Jackie flashes though. His ult is going to come and use his onto Chovy. He needs to catch on in. Canyon a new target, Tien finds one and JackeyLove. The money bags are there. Top Esports back into the game.
There's the skirmish that top Esports needed. Gen.G think they can catch JackeyLove just as he opens on mid, but instead,
the damage they can do.
Especially with the Essence Reaver just picked up from JackeyLove as well. You can see how much he just chunks health bars every single time with the Sheen proc. Even getting the cash in the end is perfect. Now Gen.G, they run back up towards the top side. This is still going to be, you know, an awful lot of damage from Gen.G onto these side lane turrets, which could come back to bite top Esports. But with Draven being huge, it's at least some win cost.
Yeah, at least something there. You already picked up the Essence Reaver before, but as TP comes through for top Esports to defend top side, it really feels like 80 carry versus 80 carry. But the question is which one? Keen running in. Man has to be careful, that guy now at half HP.
It's a bit of battle with the brains, because one of the things that I've loved about Gen.G is how well they play off of side lane pressure, and as you were alluding to already, now the Keen and Chovy going to have a lot of pressure when it comes to those sides. But I think top Esports have been one of the best teams in the LPL at playing off of 80 carry pressure in mid, unlocking Mako to make plays like this because they control mid lane.
There's no help for Chovy. Canyon's on his way, but Keen doesn't have TP.
Chovy's trying to clear the way for the time being. He gets away from the Dreadnought. Nice sidestep. Phosphorus bomb clears, and he Valkyries back under turret. Cream's going to be the traitor, at least we thought. He gets away. The turret shot ain't able to clip his wings.
I cannot believe he survived, especially Canyon has the ultimate, but didn't want to commit that underneath the
only front line is Lahens, with Keen playing the Vayne. Mispositions not really allowed, and a ton of burst damage available on the side of top.
We already talked about him. That burst damage is alive and well. Tien, though, speaking of which, is going to be one. Lahen found him. Pulverized headbutt, easy combo. And down he goes, caught out in front of this Herald. Ain't where you want to be.
He didn't stand a chance there. Very quickly able to pick him off. And now Gen.G get access to this Rift Herald again. I think Tien could have tried to play through mid, work with JackeyLove and Mako to move across, but Gen.G, great punish on the play.
Lahens, his laning phase has been something that has been often criticized, but his game sense is one of the big things that he is often credited for when it comes to how
value here on the Callista. That's the other problem. We're coming into this being like, JackeyLove's going to clear the bottom side of the map. Well, Gen.G right now are clearing all portions still with a 3k gold lead and the push towards mid. You guys were just talking about it. Mid's now down. Those pockets of vision get harder to play.
Packages there as well.
You know, there's a fridge that keeps things cold for a long time. Plastic bag with a bit of ice in it, melts after an hour, it doesn't do anything. That's the problem.
That was very Australian. If you put ice into a plastic bag in either the Netherlands or Ireland, it will stay basically is.
no
going
way.
if you need to.
That's gone.
Drag you around, and even on this vein, Keen been able to just generate so much pressure. 369 just about to get close to his first item. He's gonna have to
I was going to say, we're going to talk about that, but go for it.
I mean, it's part of his story, and him finally breaking out of that. As Jackie!
Picked onto Jackie, where's those adorations? Zach's going to go, he flashes away. And now for the re-engage, whirling death onto Canyon. Helps get the cash in. Jackie got the money bag again. Top Esports have no business finding anything, but it's Cream. Flashes into 4 members, 369's coming in. This is where TS's stock rises once more. Perfect execution, the trade. 369 team fighting is where he finally makes his move. Flashes in, all out. Gen.G, a bewildered pace, getting hit but survives. Somehow, Jackie flying through, gets another cash in. Reset for Tien. Headbutt polarizes flash. He finds Chovy downtown. You can never count out TS when there's blood on the rim.
For the second time in a row, Gen.G look to kill Jackie, and for the second time in a row, it ends in absolute disaster.
Gets the perfect execution onto Keen and just opens up the floodgates for Top Esports.
Package is ready though, and in the picture-in-picture, we see Gen.G starting up the objective.
Again. The flash over, they turn away from the Baron. The package positioning great. Jackie Laporta, GA on the back end though, and Chovy gets hooked back in, but that GA timing's everything. It's Canyon interrupts it. We go from 0 to hero for Gen.G, but Cream's still alive. Wait, bringing the fight in, but someone needs to deal with pace. Someone needs to deal with pace. Someone needs to deal with pace as he cleans up the entire fight and brings it back to square one.
Gen.G get rocked, but they come back with the haymaker in.
Someone please take care of Chovy.
That's fine. It's normal Chovy thing.
Oh, it is.
Don't
Only
pay too much
8.5k
mind.
damage. All right, well,
it's fine.
Let's watch it again because Dragon starts objective bounty for Top Esports, and Canyon again will be multiplying his objective bounties as it goes down. Canyon does die though. Cream in the back end on top of Chovy, trying to take him out, but Chovy is hitting range. TES have already picked up the objective bounty and need to get out of there. Again, Chovy hits an R button.
Freds. Corky's online, Vayne is a Fred, and Pays is monstrously fed as well.
The poke hurts so much, and we talked about 369 not being in this game because he's so behind on items. He can't withstand it. Chovy pays together.
The Baron is gone. There's not a huge amount on the map that you really have to come out and fight for, so you can try and get 369 to a position where he has some items. You will lose the outer turrets, but with this being the last wave, the
Actually,
Baron...
that would start crack open the base. Canyon is looking.
Cream looking for objective bounty himself though, and with the help of Tien and whole Top Esports being spotted top lane, it will go down. So TS clawing back some of the shows that he has to go first. Flash available for both mids, flash available for both 80 carries. We're gearing up for this Dragon that spawns in 3 seconds as Gen.G are walking in with Cream off on an angle.
GA for Jackie Love, flash for Jackie Love. Can Gen.G get access to him?
They want this objective bounty so bad. Dredgeline doesn't connect though, and over the wall, it's not stolen. Canyon tries, he flashes away. Cream still not in, but the flip back from 369 is only onto Keen. He went too deep, he overcooked, and now he dies. Canyon dealing with Cream on the side is big from Gen.G too. As we've got numbers advantage, we've got a face call. Lahans has a knock-up, and Cream is going to be too late in the middle of everyone. Perfect execution out. TS running for their lives again, with Gen.G winning another fight.
This time they get...
Look for a little bit of help from Lians. Tien trying to get in here, has the ult, has the flash, but it's going to be long gone before he can even get a sniff at this Baron.
Especially with this grade A3 Wagyu zoning off Tien. I mean, like, it's not perfectly going to show the example, but the 3 levels behind definitely exemplifies the point. As now the siege begins with that range that we've been talking and seeing all game long from Gen.G. Top Esports on their last legs here, almost 10k gold behind, and Chovy continuing to do things like that. And Chronicles, I'm glad you mentioned the package, still up there, still zoning TES away from this next turret. Yeah, use it, he's out. Guess what? Gen.G will still get this in the end. The ultimate from Jackie Love's good, but Chovy's damage. Chengdu open their mouths, and quickly it's shut in an instant. Once again, as the dredge line comes through, the depth charge is there onto Pays, but watch Chovy. Cream trying to deal with him. The shuriken lands. Wait, Chovy might die, but no! Pays gets the last auto before he drops himself, and even though 369 separates his Callista, they need more damage. Jackie Love sent packing again as Dredgeline forces the flash out from Keen, but Canyon with the re-engage and the Vault Breaker. TES are getting whittled down slowly but surely as Pays flashes forward, feels himself at MSI, and Gen.G with the brain, the brawn, the prowess are taking Top Esports away from any big chance for game number 1. Nexus will drop, and that is a dominating performance by such an impressive team.
Double G's type of hard, and we saw it in the last game as well. Not a lot of front line. In the last game, it was only Alistair. This time, there's none.
And now Top Esports go, do we swap again? Because it's the same story as essentially what the Vayne is, right? Like, you've seen it so many times that TF is not great when he ends up in these lane swap scenarios, but honestly...
PTA here, as 369 pulled into the matchup, and at least get something back for the Renekton, although not as much as you'd hope for. Getting something down, and Aquapus down as Big Dope pays. Might be dead, Lightslinger flushed away from, but Jackie Love in the 2v2 cleanses, and first blood goes over to Mako. He resets his Lehens finds Glitterlands to get the kill. Aquaprison's good on the return as Mako is close to getting enough damage himself.
But over if they need it. Top starting it up. I don't think Gen.G can really commit to this though. But 369 more than likely going to start to walk back up top side.
Summon is available for Jackie Love as well. Canyon doesn't take the Sonic Wave, and another one as it lands will do nothing. The Dragon just taken here to open up the game at 10 minutes in. Gen.G looking for the pick off the backside. Arctic Assault is now up.
There is no real way for Top Esports to get down here because no teleport available for Cream.
I mean, we are going to see Destiny use the meantime, but the wave is cleared out. 369 has a counterplay massive as Turret still falls on down, but 369 has the ability to
So Gen.G is going to have to play very respectful. One misstep, you get burst down, and that's the end of your fight.
The power we talked about, no culling, but still the tidal wave. The ulti from Tien is a whiff. Canyon safeguards away, re-engages, flashes himself away. The kick from 369 to send him outward as Pays runs on him, but a double TP. Lahan's almost dead at the start of the play in front of Dragon. Pays finds Tien though. No smite there, and Pays takes it. Gets hit over the wall, but Chovy's ultimate doesn't do too much, and Top Esports have the health bars as Lahens and Canyon run for their life. Jackie Love still with a form of engage, and Lahens gets out, Glitterland zones, but the Dragon was taken by Pays at melee.
Vision on this river. Immediately they're starting to rotate Keen up. They've already got the push there for Chovy as well. They're playing so well around the side lane.
It starts off for Lahens, have been half HP TP as well. They really want this. They want to stop Gen.G from taking all the pace away themselves. Tien takes a Hex Gate, runs on in at melee. Lahens gets the face of it again, and 369 joins on in. Tidal Wave at max range, but Top Esports are separated here. Lahens buys time, also absorbs the ulti. Spells there, Cream chases. How deep are we going? Cream, what are you doing? His debut to the international stage, and he's chasing a fairy.
Lulu is the biggest beast.
Catch up. Paige is starting to get to the carry point as well. 1.5 items, almost 2 for the Aphelios. I'm scared for TS because Gen.G are 2k gold ahead at 19 minutes, and they've played this early game really well.
Oh, Jan.
Sonic Wave stolen, ulti used, sends it into Pays. The kick is just the delivery system. I didn't know they delivered it this time, but Canyon's open all night.
The combo is absolutely insane from Gen.G. Consistency able to get in there. Jackie Love wants to try and return.
Okay, Culling's going to bring it out. Dodges by time. Canyon's in once again. The kick is down from the last play as Chovy now gets to play with his range, but again to come through. No means to step up again. And Gen.G find the objective without calls.
It also feels, though, like Top Esports are kind of chasing their tails a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Keen doesn't have ult up and available. We can see three, but instead, they're late to top wave. Look at where Lahens is, already working with Canyon to deny Top Esports access to the mid lane turret. And Top Esports are playing a second or two behind all the time. And Gen.G are defending perfectly.
Canyon going deep, though. Hang on, he stepped too far forward, and Top Esports punish the jungler. You'd expect the takeover further has just been hit.
Stages of the game, I think it's going to become much harder for him to have a reliable impact. And one of the issues we talked about earlier, Pays, of course, has cleansed himself, but with the McKill's rush from Lahens, for starting fight for Top is so hard.
It's a good reaction, though, but the Aqua Prison won't do enough. Jackie Love has to flash away and leave his support behind. TSTP'd into this, but into a choke. Pays is free firing with Infernum. 369 gets the kill onto Canyon, but he's only an afterthought as Chovy runs on in and threatens his own ulti. TS running away. They get an ulti thanks to Tien. Culling comes through the charm as well, but Chovy is a tank. He's a tank! He is here, doesn't die, and Gen.G still wipe him for a trade.
And that's such a big investment from Top. That was double TP from 369, and trying to get something out of that. Crescendum available. We'll see if Gen.G want to actually start his Chovy STP. You got to imagine they're going for it.
You can see, though, they're going to set up the bait. Tien knows that he's on, they're on the barn, but he's low. TP now into mid lane. There's 369 is cost.
He's been found out. The gold card won't stand as long. I believe we have Lamont there on the boot. So now for Top Esports, as they run through the choke, they try and get out and draw Gen.G nearby. The Barrett attempt has been stopped. At the very least, a small win.
Yeah, a little win. They will lose their top side to Gen.G, though, as Top Esports. And now with Canyon back out in the Rift, they're just immediately going to start this up again. Chovy keeping Jackie Love and Mako out of the picture, pushing in this mid wave.
Just to put in perspective, Chovy is sitting at almost, he's at 2.8k HP. He is genuinely tanky as Gen.G start up the objective.
Well, he's got flash available as well, and I'm watching him running in for the steal. Tien is denied, kicked away. Chovy the tank again, happy to absorb. It's level 16. He rears his head in, jumps on it, and we're back in service. The preacher, the minister, the deity himself sends up for an easy double. 369 is cannon fodder, and a team fight for Gen.G in front of Baron is what they just
sweeps in, finds the one member that maybe could have pulled TES through, and that is looking like Gen.G taking over this game as well.
And it's the patience from Chovy. He gets the flash from 369.
But it's so hard to find flanks against this Twisted Fate. Don't really get to abuse Fog the way you normally might as Kane. He's going in.
I mean, Kane just teleported in himself, though. Hang on a minute. He runs into the fodder himself, and Top Esports take a small win yet again. With the Baron pushing in, though, it has to continue as tidal wave finds Lahens, but not Pays. Look at him stepping up. Now I believe he has 3 items and cares not what you think.
And we talked a lot about this game. We thought that it was going to be JackeyLove versus Pays, but it feels like it's a little bit of Chovy and Canyon versus the world. They've been so good in this game, and now with Chovy opening up on the middle wave as well, they managed to get the inhibitor turret. Tien trying to see if you can find Chovy. No ult.
Still a tank. I've got to remind everyone at home, flash or no flash, that guy is still struggling to die.
He has frozen hard, and he's almost 3.2k HP.
Okay.
Just to put in perspective, and that's the reason why Chovy, up until this point, is only
the next wave to come in now.
It's also how well Gen.G been controlling the vision behind them. Constant sweepers, constant denial of vision, constant denial of potential TPs. Because you can see here, Top Esports are trying desperately to find some way in on the top end, but they can't.
I take it back. Calling actually doesn't do anything. Yeah. Jovi's a tank. There's redemption.
Yeah, redemption. God, it's rough. 369 does what he can. He hit the side lane, gets objective bounty. As they push in for the wave, you can see tidal wave forces Canyon to get on out of there. 369 with a flanking angle, but he's like, no way am I touching that. The base now open, and Gen.G one step away from moving to an easy match point. When we said Top Esports would bring him down in the mud, just like they did against Fnatic, just like they did in the first round against TL. But Gen.G is so clean right now. They had a bath.
They're using the bodies of Top Esports as a bridge to a game 3, as a bridge to that upper bracket, and continue the crusade forward.
Canyon into Chovy, baby, yeah! I love this new mid-jungle duo from Gen.G. As they wipe the floor with Top Esports yet again, let it be known, Gen.G is performing internationally. Gen.G is blowing the water out of this series, and Gen.G has silenced the crowd once again in yet another game. 30 minutes, calculated League of Legends, and I'm getting excited for LCK's first seed. I don't know if I should say it, Chronicler, but man, this team looks good.
I think you're allowed to get a little bit excited after that performance, hysterics, and he loves his counter picks, and this is one that he's pulled out so many times. I wonder if we're going to see a lane swap just because of this, because once the Rise gets going, it becomes almost impossible to play against.
You know, talking to some pros pre-tournament, and their opinion was something that can make map movements as well, that can respond quickly.
Whether it's we in the LCK adhere to very strictly.
Maybe he's been listening, I don't know. Chovy, extreme trade again. Runs out of mana a little bit, and Cream just gets the fleet and backs off as Canyon finds Tien in his own jungle. Tries to battle him out himself as Cream will jump over and give a helping hand. The sapling helps out as well. There's the flash, the full commit. Mid-jungle of TES off with a bang and a buck and a first blood to Cream.
Canyon gets caught in his own jungle, thinks he can step up to Tien, and that 1v1, that might be okay as Mako.
We talked about the engage, there it is onto Pays. He cleanses the way before he gets struck through by JackeyLove's arrow. Heal burnt up as well. Lahens continues to trade, but Pays is the one now with no summoners, so Top Esports early game is kicking off.
Keen in trouble.
Twisted Advance kicks it off, and the second time the burn down from 369. He flashes for it as Tien gets out of the turret aggro. TES are firing on all cylinders. It will be traded in the top side here, but at least these lanes are really set up.
I thought Tien was going to get out there, had the phase rush, and felt like he was going to run out from underneath the turret.
And his father's father. There were 4 of them before him, or excuse me, 3. So, never met them.
Yeah, we don't talk about the 4th.
Well, as the engage comes bot side, Lahens. No, not going to be rooted down. Instead, they go for Pays. They turn the play, the trample there, the smash back. JackeyLove gets to kill the flag and drag, but it's not under turret as Tien walks away. Maybe one shot came through in the end as Lahens still outranged. Mako finally, when you need this bottom lane to step up further, they'll ask how high.
Their damage is gone, and then Mako with the double knock-up. Jakilov just firing away. A big win for Top Esports.
Mako now moving up here, spots Lehens.
He's just everywhere. I mean, Lehens wanted their own mid. Trample gets a stun down, and now that the explosive cask is there, Cream just has to get on out, but as he spaces through, Jakilov now shows up to the party, gets another kill. Lehens drops on down. Third kill over to Jakilov, while Keen now interrupts the party. He walked on down here, still with the Realm Warp available, gives one back to Chovy.
It's a 1-for-1, but the Void Grubs are going over towards Top Esports, which is what they're really looking for by Gen.G.
It's again the benefit of TN finding Canyon earlier on.
Yep.
They're looking for a contest.
Dredgeline starts us off. I mean, Dragon still goes down. Canyon is rooted out from the sidelines here as Fade's call to bring the play back on in. Pace is getting his support out of there, but Nature's Grass is still going to root up. Mako's here, a double knock-up in the cards, but he doesn't need to. The trample isolates the hands. Jackie gets all the gold again, and Chengdu are finally smiling.
For the first time, it feels like Top get to
the
play.
pick potential from Top Esports is so good, though. Maybe to play off the mid-lane push, but good vision. You can see from Gen.G that ward just inside of River, spotting out everything that they're up to. Another ward in the pit. As we do get the TP from Joby into mid, package collected. They want to contest this.
I want to feel confident. I mean, Jakilov still has flash available. He's the one to watch with all the gold of TES. The stretch line starts on TN, disengaged there. Package gets backline, chains corruption, hit max range though. Playing front to back with Jakilov playing as Legolas. Canyon is in the middle of the pit, but uncontested for now. TES laugh at him. They stand their ground. They continue the fight. Health bars are low, but they have Mako's healing, and Jakilov's range as depth chart follows through. Lehens finds him, but again, no one can get near this big elf. Jakilov continues forward. Lehens doesn't get thrown into him. Cream starts firing too, and TES now play it. Everything burns. Cream firing away. Toby entered that spot that we've experienced game after game after game. TES let their carries thrive.
That fight was the ebb and flow in which the River...
The follow-up for Gen.G hasn't been consistent with damage. Top Esports know that, and Mako continues to zone off, knowing he can absorb whatever they throw as two Dragons get taken down, and luckily that Alistar has no flash, otherwise he might be in the face of them again with his bottom side turret.
Chovy has no TP, Top Esports know it, they're going for the dive.
Maybe he doesn't need it, does he? Onto Lehens, ignore that, but now Keen into the Realm Warp, he manages to get out if only just. Mako absorbs the turret while the Fates call, and rather the Tien roots twisted advance follows them downtown.
Well, this is not the greatest play, though, for Top Esports. Because of the Realm Warp, Chovy and Paze are just pushing without a care in the world.
The Hens played that so well. Hooks Mako to deny the CC onto the rise, so that then the Realm Warp goes through. Canyon investing that ultimate as well to deny any sort of follow-up, and as Chroniker highlighted, now you end up losing potentially two turrets off the back of that. As Gen.G went out.
Jakilov doesn't pull the trigger, does he?
He left completely on his lonesome in this bottom side, though, and again, it's kind of coming back to bite Top Esports, where it's map wins for Gen.G, despite the individual leads for Top Esports, but Riptail definitely going to help out in that regard.
Keen does have TP in case they try. Mako's looking for a flank.
Realm Warp's also going to come up too, by the way. As you mentioned, Mako deep in the enemy jungle. The Herald healthy enough to get another charge, and especially if someone jumps in, which is going to be 369's turn. The wave cleared out regardless, and half the health done. The Grublings come through and just push their way through. Nevertheless, as Chovy's going to make sure that Cream doesn't get the 2-for-1 special.
So though, tower for tower, in favor for Gen.G, you're pretty happy with. Plus, big wave loss on the bottom side. Cream though, here comes the TPs.
I mean, they're all committing onto this. He's got flash available and ulti. What gets burned is the Realm Warp as well. Everyone's moving up, and Tien says, bugger that, let's go for the bottom lane. As Jakilov's here, we have the damage, but the Fates call says no more of the play. Mako pulled the trigger early, and Gen.G tear them apart and separate.
Big thing there is Mako does not want to give over the bounty that's on Cream, so he's the one that goes in, cancels, I think, the Realm Warp. No one on Gen.G actually gets to jump behind Cream, and as a result, because of the Fate Skull, Lens is able to be taken out, but it's still Gen.G reclaiming some gold here.
But Tieni's ulti up in 5 seconds.
The Hens is in a great position though. He's going to get the flank, and there's no vision for Top Esports.
Mako with the engage starts off. Again, Canyon would be a big win and would secure the Dragon. Dag Dimension Lehens, ladies and gentlemen, they do indeed know that this guy's behind enemy lines, or maybe deep enough that he turns it on its head again.
He's completely bypassed the vision though. Mako going to be trying to spot him out, but I don't think they've spotted him. Now we'll see him on that other ward.
I mean, we criticize this guy, but he's about to show up big if he gets on him, but Mako zones him off, and the equalizer zones him out, but Gen.G to get blown to pieces before the fight starts. Cream jumping in, getting reset. Chovy zoned out as well. Gen.G are being torn apart this game. This time, it ain't going to be that 3-0. Top Esports have got the life in them as Chovy runs for his life. Finally, we're seeing signs of life from TES.
Again, Gen.G rather tunnel on Jackie as Chovy surely to fall eventually, or teleport coming in, even with the turret there. I don't think he's getting out his...
I mean, oh, Jesus. Well, worthwhile for a solo kill, and now Baron begins.
Not even
Gen.G's,
close.
can they hold on to their inhibs? That is what is going to allow you to further stall out this game.
Yep.
Soul Pointer is still going the way with this Red Bull Baron power play. Cloud Soul, insanely
duo when it comes to mid-jungle synergy, so having that control for himself is massive, and now he's been able to lead that into aggressive plays, finding these picks, finding these plays, and Top Esports want to try and play off of him right now, sort of mid into top, but Gen.G have great wave clear at the moment, and there's very little that Top Esports are really getting. They probably won't even get this top turret as long as this wave doesn't. Oh wait, here comes the
Grass maybe zones them out enough, Dagger. I know your suspicion there as Mako gets the engage on the turret. The equalizer massive as well. It's a hot pot here in Chengdu, but meanwhile, that hot pot's been taken apart. They don't mind the spice, Gen.G, as the trade-off for the turret comes through with a big shutdown over to Page.
There's a warden behind them. I don't know how much Gen.G want to try.
3 and a bit items himself too, and I can't put it past him. It's tormenting me a bit, Chronicler. The fact that Gen.G are still trying to make plays like this on the 369. I mean, Keen can't be killed. The equalizer comes down, but Canyon just drops his own in the pot. He will be traded off as Cream is deep in. And is free firing. He ults away Chovy, the creme de la creme of the Onivia Blacks. Oh my God! He's finally arrived. Cream is feeling himself in the heart of Gen.G. Top Esports can't be stopped.
Cream needed to step up for Top Esports.
and Lands overstepped. They're not that strong. Might even look towards the end.
Oh, maybe. I mean, Top Esports charge in, and Cream is the damage dealer, but he hovers on the side. Rocket jumps in. One play from the international rookie, and the base is cracked.
And for Cream,
ults away Chovy, meaning he can't do any damage, then goes in, gets the reset, and the explosion is what actually ends up killing Keenan. Gen.G have started the Baron?
What? Okay, we come back to life. Let's go for round 2. Cream is the one we must watch, but Chovy with package. Engage on the backline. Mako can't find it, but sends Pays outwards. As 369 is just burning him alive. Gen.G have lost their 80 carry in a 5 versus 4. Baron stops. Package still there. Chovy still flashes in. Makes the hot pot round. But as he runs through, he's getting zoned out by 369.
That's it!
Cream is the better mid laner within this game. Lahez, run for your life. The cream of the crop has arrived versus Gen.G.
The triple kill for Cream to finish it off for Top Esports. It looked done. It looked like they were out, but Top Esports bounce back.
I'm sitting here starting to believe, starting to look towards Gen.G from the heavens, but down there, burning through, it's still Top Esports in the mud, through the fires of hell. They'll make sure they go through damnation before they drop this series.
This is something that we have seen from Top Esports before. They played in finals against BLG. It was their one win that they managed to get, one of the wins that they managed to get against BLG in the finals. And it was definitely being able to get control of that bottom side and really abuse the 2v2. And I'm curious now if
he's about to just get destroyed as well.
Still though, Jackie Love and Mako getting access to bot lane turret again on this push, going to start to chip away at some more of these plates. And if side lane towers start to go down, that's really where it's going to become tough for Gen.G. They are a composition right now that wants to look for team fights, play for these objective fights.
Absolutely incredible at the champion as Canyon. We've seen this one before, but Jackie, very, very safe as he should be.
Peekaboo, Tien is behind your lines as Canyon goes on in, cease and desist, baits call. Ulti early from Tien, but the arrow is not. Wow, Mako, he helps save the play. He stops Lahans and track. Lahans fails the flash pulverize. Jackie runs under turret, and Lahans has nowhere to go. Thanks for the free cash in, you silly cow. Canyon now stuck behind the lines as well, and they're just laughing on them. When have you said that Gen.G make a mistake?
It's deja vu. I've been in this game before. Gen.G try to make the play into Jackie Love, but the CC isn't quite there. He flashes away. They turn it around, and Top Esports are now looking at
choke. Cream as well as Keen.
Will he die? He's got Ghost. but TES have faith. They've got the early game. They've got TN rolling through, Keen against the wall, arrowed up, and fear beyond death. TES can taste it. This is going perfectly.
Massive play on the top side. Now, Gen.G will still get a good response here. They will trade a turret for what I imagine will be the turret on the top side. So some gold into the hands of PIA, but actually won't even get the turret. So honestly, kind of nice for Gen.G.
Nicely done there by Kang. Actually,
Dragon may look for some vision in topside jungle instead, and 369 is even respecting the potential dive that Gen.G might go for.
An early game has really defined this series. Game 1 and Game 2, Gen.G controlled early game, and even part of the aggression that came through successfully shut TES down. This game, and now the last. Chovy, as he gets altered through, will have to flash away. The arrow flies as well after they pick up the neutral objective, but it's a two-pronged play. Flashing under turret to 369 and tries to outplay, but onto Canyon, fear beyond death. Ain't gonna follow through. He gets out, if only in the nick of time, as Gen.G's response is clear.
Gen.G just barely get the kill. Top Esports not able to get the return on the Chovy. The Merc thread's value sky high on the early.
pick up much more than that, and that is going to be 2 turrets here for Gen.G, but Cavalry's coming.
Are they going to pull the trigger because Mako's spamming pigs? We're looking at Chovy through mid lane as well, though, for the time being, while the plate's in excess. Find their mark 15 seconds before expiring. Cream is back in here, but Canyon just goes right past him. It's on to TN instead, but Cream is just Gatling gun away. We talked about this cult of Cream. It's back again as Mako even got a kill in topside.
5 seconds on towards the whirling death. Jackie Love is trying to eye up Chovy on mid lane, but
There goes.
will he get him? He gets
Yes,
him!
sir. Jackie catches in off screen. The audience only just realized, they're like, wait a minute. Jackie got with Herald speeding up the game.
Yeah, that's rich people problems for Jackie there. He has already cashed in his previous stacks, so he doesn't have enough. And the team fighting that Gen.G is so known for is nowhere to be seen.
No team fighting. There is only Zul. Chovy, what's happening? He ults early, but Jackie Love gets pulled in regardless. Never mind as the TP follows through for Gen.G. Now the first remnants of the fight, but into the front line. Tien takes no damage to fear beyond death. Flies in. Lehens wasn't even there.
I'd still take it for Gen.G. Getting the kill on Jackie Love is big, but he didn't use his summoners nonetheless.
Canyon may be thinking about a steal, at very least flash available. They've got a ward down. Stopping Soul Point would be huge for the game. Canyon! No, he's so close, has to flash out in the end, but the arrow will follow suit. Canyon caught on the back end, the whirling death this time. Close again. He gets out, absorbs some ultis, but Soul Point, crucially, still belongs to TES.
And you're not really going to get anything as Gen.G. They get that push on the top side, but 369 had already gone up there to catch that wave. Here we go, though,
Maybe
Keen.
the TP is going to claim something for Gen.G, but Keen goes squishy. Cream's happy to absorb it. There's no help yet. Chovy came in to give him a hand, but he's already dead. Waiting in brush now. Valkyrie over the top. Chovy matches, but Mako's there to catch him. A great ulti, but Chovy doesn't have anyone else. He gets the shutdown, but with permafrost and Jackie on the horizon, Tien tries to give it to him, and Jackie Love heals to get in range.
It's falling apart for Gen.G. The Baron area to just say, look, you're going to have to bring Chovy up. You're going to have to try and force us out of this area, or we're going to control it. 369 has the teleport to come into this.
Cream's poke has to be big, but in a choke, Lehens gets baited in. Tien absorbs the pressure. The jungler being down would be huge as TP now coming in from TES. They look for the fighters. Chovy's caught on out. Church is moving away from Session as Tien helps 369 get on in. Chovy's ult does nothing. He flashes, he finds it. Goodbye, religion, and hello, game 5.
That is going to be the Baron going over to Tien.
Chengdu is coming alive here. Gen.G desperately want to get access to this Baron, but Top Esports are slowly closing the door.
This is going to lead onto the one member that doesn't have an easy way out. The chase, impeccable. Top Esports about to bring us to a game number 5.
And Tien, when he's struggled so much, he's talked about his confidence. He's talked about needing to find these moments to lift him up in a game and in a series. 2-0 down was not where I thought Tien would find that confidence, find that resurgence in his play, but 369
everyone's behind it. Gen.G are walking into a lane now with double TP, but the whole of Top Esports are moving into position. 369 is a tank. They converge on this big bad crab, but has he bought enough time? No, he hasn't. Pays with a pick. Gen.G are not out of it.
Dragon.
It's in 5 seconds. They've got range for TES, but as Dragon spawns for Soul, will Gen.G just take this? or do Top Esports want to fight him out of it?
Kenyon held his ultimate. They desperately want to go for a fight. Cream looks like he's going to have the package and TP in. Gen.G, they need to fight before 369
They're
can come
still
back.
so far ahead in a 5 versus 4. TS can still win. The arrow flies through into the pit. Chovy gets tagged out. Packages in. Cream lines it up. The dragon is stolen. Tien is sending us right into Hell's Incarnation. You see Gen.G with more members, but I see Cream burning them all alive. If there is a church of Chovy, then we better believe in the cult of Cream.
It's blasphemy here in Chengdu as Top Esports refuse to bend the knee. They get the soul. They're marching down the mid lane. They want to take us to that game number 5.
Even with the pick on 369, Gen.G, they needed a fight, but they're down so much gold, fighting into the Baron buff as well. And as a result, they get Jackie, but hasn't felt at any point in this game like getting Jackie is worth it.
And Top Esports on the door of creating history themselves. I'll let you know soon because it's only the inhibitor. The game is not...
Last year's Worlds, Gen.G was down 0-2 to BLG, and then somehow brought it to a game 5. You know what happened in game 5? They got eviscerated. Now they're up 2-0, finally looking to deliver on the domestic performance that this team has shown over all these years. And if they are unable to close it out in what I'm sure is going to be an imminent game number 5, it would be the reverse sweep in MSI main stage. Only in play-ins have we seen it before.
Arrow starts us off for a potential game 5. The poke is out onto Canyon, but the trigger ain't there. Tien gets knocked up for days, but the fear beyond death still follows through. Lehans gets out, if only by a hair's breadth, and now they have numbers. Now they have the base again.
Keys Casante cannot withstand against Top Esports. Chovy's Azir cannot withstand against Top Esports. This team is unstoppable. This team feels undeniable. And as they walk through the base of Gen.G, they don't stop.
Dagda, he's giving them payback for all of Chovy's Thanksgiving.
Seem to find success away from EDG, nearly a decade on that roster, and now on Top Esports, the real support Jackie Love deserves.
Yeah.
The opportunity to play multiple.
Base, one inhibitor turret left standing, and TS have nowhere to go but down.
Next is about to fall here for Gen.G, and for the third time in 4 days, third time in, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
3 days, we're gonna go to Silver Scrapes, gentlemen.
We now find out if TS can make history. If they can do the unthinkable, the hands will drop with ease. The poke is unbearable, the Hextech Soul is undeniable. Jackie Love is unbeatable, and Mako is just unbelievable. This TES roster looked like they were in a slump, looked unforgiving. But in the last 2 games, they shine, they rise, and they boil with the heat in Chengdu.
Carry, and this game is going to stand and fall to by which extent he can leverage this Nidalee. Because if you get into the mid game with a double AD carry bot lane in the Nidalee and you're not on the lead, you're not going to win.
Is this where Top Esports go back to lane swaps?
We have to track the Nidalee jungle. For now, we need to track what 369 is doing with the wave.
Going to be able to hold this off. Keen in so much trouble here.
Game 5, this will be huge. He doesn't get the knockback. Instead of the turret, it's botched. Mako takes too much, and Jackie Love too. Keen holds on in 1v3, and guess who's on the way?
He's level 2.
He now levels up. The double shot's going to come through. They tank it up. The flash away. 369 gets up, and Top Esports are on the board for first blood.
Gonna be enough. He hasn't based yet, sitting on a whole lot of gold right now.
Does land a spear, which influences his push into
Doesn't
TS
have his
jungle.
mid laner.
You're right, with no pressure there. Cream's moving in with perfect
Cancelled.
execution, flashing away Canyon. A big mistake in game 5. There's the execution, and Canyon's about to drop down to Cream. What is he doing without Chovy nearby?
Yeah, you have bot lane prio, but you don't have a mid laner. When it comes to the plates, when it comes to the CS, they have been able to build a lead, but Tien is looking again. Summoner's available.
Just came up and available. The arrow flies and misses. Jackie Love gets poked out though, but it doesn't change the play. Tien running in his Fate's Call. Still there. Arctic Assault blocks it as Lehans now ranges. There's the ulti. Jackie Love jumps in, and Mako lands the bubble. Lehans is up next, and Gen.G are falling apart. Top Esports with 3 early kills, and Jackie Love.
Canyon can't even find the response. 369 is going to spot him on the Raptors.
How do you like your meat? This Cougar about to find out. Flash in. Fear beyond death. 369's having none of it. He sits around Canyon, tries to leap away, but here comes Cream once again. TES backed away, and Gen.G are getting read like a book.
Excuse me, sir, but this is not your jungle. This is not your...
Pristine playing Corki. Canyon wanting to do so much and getting punished. The gold is still even, but I again want to reiterate, it feels to me like so much as Lahens.
Here's Flash.
Oh my
no Flash on
god.
Lahens.
What's happening topside? Our observers like there's action everywhere. The flip comes through, but it's interrupted. Kasate thinks as Canyon, at least in here, Gen.G getting something. Topside now erupts here with Keen's ulti and Canyon's intervention.
It's crucial. We'll see if there's going to be enough. Middle in teamfights, notoriously hard to pilot, notoriously hard to get value out of, particularly when you don't have the best. And it's going to basically be, can Lahens hit an arrow?
Mako, but regardless of Ward does that for them, they're all backing the brush. Under a control Ward, think about it again. They're back in action. Wait, Tien, it's a double bluff, it's a triple bluff. There's a tidal wave as well, but the Canyon's coming in. TP as well. Top Esports have they overcooked? No! They've got the kill onto Jackulov, but Keen has to do the unthinkable. Canyon with a spear, hits Tien. Jackulov next up in the menu as well. He turns, he dies, and Tien now going to do the same as Cream. Teleports in. It's a double over to Canyon, and for Gen.G, they make their numbers work.
And they even TP Chobi to the top.
With his flash up, ends up dying, but because of the position of Canyon and the TP from Keen, they're still fine.
Cream's doing no damage to Keen in the meanwhile as well.
No
Shuriken Flip is there. It comes through eventually. You're right. Maybe the longer the play goes out is 6 grubs, ladies and gentlemen, the DOT. Not sure how much standing gold he has because the Herald charges mid. In 20 seconds, this Dragon that, Chronicle, you said is a must-take for Gen.G feels not only to be secured here, mid goes down as well. Gold is starting to pile up in this game 5.
Then when Chobi has that package, it's so difficult to fight against them. Gen.G playing out this map impeccably.
All comes down to Canyon, even despite his earlier mishaps, picking up so much gold. You see that one?
This is where Gen.G are now the ones that can go on the prowl, and they are looking for that top tower.
Haven't talked as much about Kane's build yet, but he's gone Conquer. Also looks like he might be building towards either Leandris or Riftmakers.
You said Tien needs to back off. I mean, even without ulti, Arctic Assault's in. Lahens gets the arrow down. Top Esports overcooking here. The flash already comes out as Cream is now stuck in the middle. His Shuriken Flip ends with the summoner as well. TES, the health bars are too damn low. They need to leave, and Gen.G know it.
Again, it's Top Esports overextending. Gen.G knew Tien had no ult.
They need this Dragon.
All it takes is one pick to open us up. Jackulov runs on in. Chobi's now spotted, as you mentioned. Cream with a level disadvantage, but it's Dragon here to keep the pace of the game going. For Gen.G to shut up the audience. The arrow connects, but it's cleansed away. Tien sends out an own ulti. Lahens has to flash away. The tidal wave is great, but Chobi lines the dirt, but no one's there. Jackulov runs into him and almost ins himself. Dragon goes over to TES as Cream just does the unthinkable in the backline. Crispy Cream, you're not the sweetest piece.
Get out!
As Canyon gets hit with the spear again, and 369 is caught on out. Gen.G are pulling them apart, and TES, I don't know how this started, but I feel like I know how it's going to end. 369 says no, though. Aqua Prison out. They front to back. He can't get the reset, though. It's messy. It's disgusting. But Gen.G are thriving in it, and Mako drops to show that TES didn't know what they were doing there.
And the Dragon
hitting that mark, and once again, Chobi on this Corki is providing so much good context for Gen.G. TES made a crucial mistake.
Oh, they're pulling them across the map. Want to get this in there.
One that could have hurted their game state. Cream still getting poked out, half HP now, trying to defend the inner tower, but Keen running into him. He doesn't back off in time. The arrow almost connects. He's going to get out this time around, but TES now defending.
The way that Gen.G are controlling the map right now, that feels impossible. There are no wards, there is no vision as to what is happening for Top Esports.
In the LCK, Gen.G, one of the most consistent teams, that's getting a lead and never, ever giving it up.
Yeah.
And Top Esports is pushing. We saw the early leads that they were able to generate in the last 2 games were pivotal at keeping Gen.G down. But now, Canyon is so fed that his poke is going to remain relevant for much longer than if he wasn't able to have an impact. And additionally, by the time he starts to drop off, Chovy is level 50. He's 2 levels up.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 60 CS.
And now they've found another play. Mako's isolated by himself. Pace runs up for the freebie, and the tidal wave does nothing. Another kill in the bank, another moment to open up Top Esports from getting the unbelievable reverse sweep.
And Gen.G, they got to the position that Top Esports was in last year at Worlds. They were down 0-2, brought it back to 2-2, and now it's up to them to see if they can not relinquish any control of this game and bring themselves to the upper bracket.
Doubt and fear came through.
So much vision, though.
Yeah, they're trying to see if they can draw them into an area that
Package
is dark, but it's not. Gen.G already have so much vision down, and now Top Esports will lurk in the shadows. Gen.G, you have that hawk shot. They spot at the top are not there.
Trying for a bait. Keen and Canyon the one face checking. Canyon needs to get out of there. Keen's fine for the time being as Jackie Love is dealing with Chovy. The arrow flies through. He's got cleanse once again, and he used that to get out of dodge. The culling flies on him, but into Keen it won't do too much again. The front line Katsane paying dividends, and Chovy's starting to turn and burn. Cream as he runs away with the shuriken flip, can't find an angle, and TS just need to hot tail and run.
Keen is just playing this front line so well, but Chovy...
One shot though, his ulti comes through as Chovy flushes away. Cream in the back line once again onto the hand. Fear Beyond Death denied with fate sealed. Cream buys time. Keen a new target. He gets out with the perfect execution, but 369 is meant to be a tank.
The go again!
The poke runs, it roams, and Gen.G feel it. They are talked about as these international chokers, but today it looks like Top Esports are the jokers.
It's one of the things that T1 definitely have Gen.G beat as... Oh, Chovy.
Is this it? Is this the moment?
Is it going to be Chovy in a side wave? There's no way.
I mean, he's got flash available.
Chovy!
Reaction time. Culling comes through, and Chovy's going to die.
Chovy!
Shut down in front of Baron. That was the unbelievable member.
And now the Baron is there. Cassante in the sideline will have to try and TP to deny this from Top Esports. This is it. Top Esports found their pick, but can they finish the fight?
Now we find out how strong they are. Cream is teleported in, and remember, Gen.G don't have numbers, but they have the gold advantage. In the back of Baron, the MR debuff is hitting them hard. Canyon throwing out spear after spear. Keen getting the knockup. It's double flash used. Jackie Love gets caught in the back line, but they turn off a Baron. Top Esports still. Where is the damage? Cream dealing with the back line. He's erupted. In a 5 versus 4. Gen.G still have it. Jackie Love steps back up. There's the Aqua Prison. Mako trying to bring it on back. An unbelievable fight is what we needed. Top Esports aren't delivering yet. The spear from Canyon hits Jackie Love. Jackie Love jumps back in and gets the hands. Gen.G have been departed, but TES is still losing the fight.
Chovy's coming. Chovy's coming.
Jackie Love stands his ground for the timing. The spear doesn't connect. Pays doesn't connect either. The bot lane, the heroes of TES are what the LPL need, but they can't deliver. Mako's up next, and the Gen.G faithful are finally getting rewarded.
And it starts off as a Gen.G to win the 4v5 and take the Baron.
In finals, we saw Keen get several solo kills against his opponent in Zeus. And once more, this pushing forward now in towards the bot side. There is nothing the Top Esports have that can push them away.
The miracle run is falling out of the fingers of TES fans.
For the poke.
And those alike, the poke is unbearable. As the turret continues to get approached, Gen.G, they will not stop, and TES right now are just hoping for a mistake.
Hold me, Dagda! Are they gonna do it?
Cream is there. He has to cleanse away. He gets the bell from Mako. Jackie Love gets poked out. Chovy hits hard, and he hits hard. It's in session once again, and he won't stop pushing.
There's nothing they can do. Top Esports, they lost their star player. They're about to twinkle out.
They came back from the brink of despair. It looked hopeful. It looked great in the early game, but to go to the upper finals, Gen.G, your fans are finally being rewarded. Do you believe? Because for the first time ever, Gen.G beat the LPL in a best-of-5 since the name change. First ever religion that has come out of League of Legends. And let me tell you, Gen.G fans, I am a believer.